the story and origin of YouTube. In today's video, I am going to tell the story and origin of YouTube, the largest video sharing website on the internet, and I'm going to explain how more and more people are using YouTube to build not just their own income, but wildly successful businesses. YouTube is the second most viewed website and second largest search engine in the world after Google. People spend 1 billion hours on YouTube videos per day. More than 500 videos from various creators are uploaded to the site every minute. More so, YouTube generated $19.8 billion of revenue in 2020. Nowadays, it's hard to know someone who hasn't heard or watched a video on YouTube. YouTube is now not just a portal where people go to consume content, but it's also where content creators are able to make large amounts of money. Just look at PewDiePie, Logan Paul. They are making tens of millions a year just from ad revenue on YouTube, and many millions more from endorsements. But how did YouTube reach its unprecedented success? What are the challenges and setbacks the founder had to conquer to make YouTube a profitable company? So, today, let's all find out the story of how YouTube started and continues to succeed. YouTube was founded by Steve Chen, Char Hurley, and Jawed Karim. The three were all former employees of PayPal. The online financing company was sold to eBay for $1.5 billion in 2002. During PayPal's early days, Jawed, Steve, and Chad collaborated on a few projects. They spent about 80 to 90 hours working together and began discussing that they also want to build their own company. Steve worked on launching PayPal in China together with his team. Despite strict Chinese regulatory policies, they were able to successfully launch the company in China. Proud of his team's accomplishment, Steve decided that it is time to resign from PayPal and find bigger and more challenging projects. A few months later, he was recruited as one of the original engineers at Facebook, a new social media platform founded by Mark Zuckerberg. During this time, Facebook starts to find initial success internationally. It accumulated 6 million users worldwide. However, Steve still wanted more and stated that he wants to build his own company. Steve re-established contact with Chad and Jawed and discussed what they planned to develop, as they had done previously. During the meeting, Jim Young, the founder of Hot or Not, was brought up in the conversation. Hot or Not was a website where people would upload pictures of themselves and be rated by others based on their attractiveness. The trio draws inspiration from the website because it was one of the first sites where anyone could upload pictures for others to see. They arrived at the notion of launching a similar dating site where users could upload videos of themselves rather than images. It was the first proposal that all three of them were enthusiastic about and decided to take a chance. After deciding on the name YouTube, with U symbolizing user-generated content and tube signifying a television, the three started building the website. The trio started to face some challenges. Jawed was working while obtaining a master's degree in computer science at Stanford University, balancing his education and work. Steve resigned from Facebook after just a few weeks, although Facebook's VP, Matt Kohler, warned him about making the worst decision. He never listened and went to Chad's garage to begin working on YouTube. Soon after, Steve, Chad, and Jawed realized that making a video wasn't going to be easy. The files were too large for websites to serve at that time. There were hundreds of different file formats, known as codecs, that required installing the right video player that could run on their operating system. But then, they realized they could leverage a new version of a web browser plugin called Flash Player 8 that shrank video files to a fraction of their original size, allowing them to be instantly viewed in a browser. It worked! However, they soon uncovered potential competition. Google launched Google Video, a free video hosting site that allows people to also upload videos. The trio sees Google Video as a threat to the launching of their company. However, they still decided to launch YouTube. Desperate to get known, YouTube went live, offering people to upload their videos and pick videos to watch randomly. They posted information to various paper media, yet they persuaded no one. Joed began uploading films of airplanes and then himself in the zoo on this site, believing that anything was better than nothing. After that, a few people are finally uploading their own personal videos. They tried to improve the site. Users were able to embed videos on other websites, which resulted in an unexpected phenomenon. MySpace, the world's largest social network at the time, was flooded with users. People were uploading personal videos of themselves to YouTube and posting them on their MySpace profiles. Users can now freely share their personal videos, unlike most websites. They can also share videos that are too large to email. After a few months, YouTube users had significantly increased. More videos were uploaded and the daily views skyrocketed. The increase in the number of users prompted them to pay for more bandwidth. This brings another problem, since most of the costs in building YouTube were charged to Steve's credit card. The costs became too big that the bank decided to cut off Steve's credit card. With the tight budget, they started to reach out to initial investors to raise more money to continuously build their growing website. Continuing their efforts through proposals was quickly dismissed by investors, which did not see any potential with the company. One day, Joed ran across Keith Rabois, PayPal's former VP of Business Development. Joed explained YouTube to Keith, including how to transcode, share, and embed videos. Keith was so impressed with the site that he forwarded a link to a friend. PayPal's former CFO, Roelof Botha, is a partner at Sequoia Capital, one of the world's leading venture capital firms, which has backed companies such as Apple. Roelof decided to give YouTube a try. Roelof was so impressed with YouTube that he set up a meeting with Steve, Chad, and Joed. He was keen to know more about the site and assess whether it was worth investing in. Following the meeting, Roelof was convinced that YouTube might be the leading company in user-generated content after learning that Google Video was focusing on Hollywood content. He immediately communicated with his Sequoia partners and agreed to put in $3.5 million for a 30% stake. After raising the first round of capital, they face more conflicts. Before I continue with the story, don't forget to smash that like button and consider subscribing too, because your likes and subscriptions matter a lot, and for us to make more videos like this. So, let's get back to the story. MySpace censored any mention of YouTube videos and secretly banned them on the company's website. Rupert Murdoch, the founder of News Corp and the new owner of MySpace, had planned to develop an online video service named MySpace Video and considered YouTube a major threat. The three lacked the means to fight back, so they asked for help from MySpace users. Hundreds of users threatened to boycott MySpace if they will continue to ban YouTube videos from their site, and the strategy worked. YouTube continued to grow after that, eventually outgrowing Sequoia. They decided to open their own office in downtown San Mateo. The ceiling had exposed pipes, the carpet was crap, only curtains were used, and there was even a rat infestation. Despite all of these, the employees still became pleased at working on YouTube, as they consider it a fun place to work. Then they faced another challenge. NBC Universal, one of the world's leading television networks, has issued a legal threat against YouTube about copyright issues. The company decided to act quickly and designed a tool that allowed any copyright holder to quickly find and mark videos containing content that infringed on their copyrighted work. They also teamed with Audible Magic, an audio and video identification technology. NBC was so impressed by YouTube's efforts that they decided to use the platform to advertise their TV shows. Just when they thought it was enough, they had to face more conflict. They started to run out of money again to finance YouTube's continuous success. They had to purchase more equipment and broadband connections. They also had to deal with several legal threats from three of the world's biggest record labels, Universal Music Group, Sony Entertainment, and Warner Music Group, due to copyright issues. Faced with these problems, they were forced to sell the company for it to survive. They received offers from huge companies such as News Corp, Google, Microsoft, Yahoo, and Viacom. After careful consideration, they sold YouTube to Google for $1.65 billion. Google also allowed the current team to still run the company. Google became YouTube's savior. To avoid any more copyright issues, YouTube launched Content ID under Google's supervision to avoid infringements. When a video is uploaded, it compares it to a database of reference files provided by copyright holders. Today, YouTube is still experiencing huge success with astounding growth and is worth billions of dollars. YouTube also helps several content creators to earn money. Once you hit 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers for the last 12 months, then you are eligible to earn money. You can earn money mostly from advertisements that are presented in your videos by the YouTube algorithm. Other than ads, you can also earn through selling merchandise, affiliate marketing, or through YouTube Premium. Mr. Beast earned a whopping $54 million from YouTube ads alone in 1 year. That's a lot of money. Thousands of creators get wealthy from YouTube, and Mr. Beast is just one of them. You too can do that. You just need to find a niche and create engaging videos that can provide value to audiences. Once many people watch and like your content, then you can make passive income from YouTube. Thank you for being all ears throughout the entire video. If you'd like to learn more about the nature of this business, subscribe now and click on the notification bell to be updated with my latest uploads. If you want to expand your income by engaging with some side hustles, feel free to contact me so we'll get things moving right away. Remember, if you want to change your life, let's make a change together. You need to make a change.